Finally, I took the decision. I decided to start documenting the process of how I was able to take each trade during a particular week. Example, this week we are on Friday 16 January 2025. I will start now documenting all the trade I was able to take from Monday until Friday at the end of the week. This is the process that I want to start. This is a habit that I gave to myself. I will do it for the next 1 quarter of this year because it helped me to be able to visualize myself after each week, and also after that do a video, rewatch the video and see where I can be able to improve and to stay aware of any situation or any action or anything that I'm doing. Okay guys, let's go straight to the video. I want to share with you with clarity my notion, I want to share with you my notion, my routine, my habit, how I was able to take the trade, which conference I used, what was my risk management, everything. Is the trade was a high probability, is the trade was a medium probability or a low probability? Everything I want to share with you online because it's a great thing for me. It's not only I just want to share with you. I'm not a profitable trader yet. I just want to do it for myself, to share and to be able to be happy with myself and to see where I can be able to improve. Let's go straight to the chat and I will share with you. Let's go. Guys, here is, as you can see, here we are on my Notion, my dashboard Notion 2026. As you can see on the left, the year I took 9 trade already. 9 trade, and we are the second week. This is my second week of the year and the second week of this month that I trade. And let's break it down. This year, 1 year 2026, I already take 9 trade. I have 1% in profit. Okay, and you can see we have a quarter here. I am 1% profit in a quarter. This is my entry checklist. And let's break it down. Okay, and on the here left you see trade log, and this is the trade that I execute during this week. This is only this week. Every week, when a new week start, a fresh template will pop up here. A fresh template will pop up here, and as you can see, this week on Monday. Monday was this Monday. It was 12 January. I took 1 trade on GBP USD. I raised 1%. I hit a target of 3R, and this is a breakdown. What conference? This is the conference here. Those conferences made my plan. It was a New York session. The time also, what conference? It was a pro major time frame order flow or counter major time frame order flow, lower time frame inducement, liquidity inducement, did the pure swap liquidity before the break of structure, all those things, and eventually it met my plan. Yes, the trade met my plan, and at the end I have a post trade. See, here was the journal. I wrote something here. What made me to take the buy? What made me to take a buy? Yeah, was my major time frame. I took the trade, long entry from this POI here, and here is the lower time frame. I break it down everything, how I was able to take a trade. My entry, I had the M5 inducement in front of my major time frame POI. I took the entry, LC1 entry, and I hit a target of 3R. This one was the first trade of this week. Here's the second trade. Here was the second trade on Tuesday. I took a trade. Also same on GBP/USD, but eventually this trade was a medium probability and it hit I double my risk. Instead of risking 1%, I risked 2%, and I end up with a minus 2%. You can see the conference here. You can pause the video and watch and see how. I will just show you the chart and break it down. Let's see. Here was a high time frame. What made me to buy? I put everything here. Everything, all the conference here. I put everything. What made me to buy? Yeah, as you can see, we have a premium. I put all the reason why I took the decision to go long here. This was a higher time frame, short time frame. This was, now we are in the middle time frame. M15 is my middle time frame. This is where I stay most of my time on this time frame. Once I already identify the direction of the market on where I want direction of or where I want to take my entry, and when I identify the direction, I say okay, the high time frame is bullish, I will be looking to buy. I drop to the middle time frame and trying to find a pattern that aligns with the high time frame. Then if I see my entry, I will execute it. Let's go to the lower time frame. This is the lower time frame. When the price take my entry, trigger my entry, boom, straight to the downside. You can see I even put a picture of my trade here, everything. This was on Wednesday. Eventually I did not take any setup. Wednesday nothing was clear. I wait. Yesterday on Thursday I took an entry on gold, but it was a low probability. When I did my analysis yesterday, my pre-London session analysis, my direction was a buy, but eventually in the New York session I shifted my views, my perspective of the market shifted to bearish. It was not good. I think because I was not focused, I was not focused at that time, and I took a sell instead of buy. I was supposed to be focusing on long, but I found a short trade because I was not focused and I was working too on something else, and I wanted to trade. At that emotion, I was not patient. Yes, I took a NT, low probability short, risk NT model, FSC, low probability, high time frame. All the confluence was here, and I risked 1.5% on this trade. I end up with the trade did not make my plan. The trade did not make my, see, this was the higher time frame, how the H4 was looking. A strong demand, order flow was strongly bullish. We mitigate the demand multiple time. We're trying to push up. We also have this opposing supply that was very strong too, and we have a major time frame. This is a major time frame. We mitigate the demand. Inside the H4 demand, we have a H1 demand. Even grab some Barca liquidity, we push up. We have a nice change of character. At this point, once we have the change of character, I was supposed to look for long at the bottom here, but I was more focusing on the equal low here. I was seeing this equal low as inducement on the M15, and the M15 you have this equal low. I was more focusing this equal low. It's a Asian low range, Asian equal low. I was seeing this as a liquidity, as a available liquidity of price to come back and sweep that. That's why I just dropped the buy. I was against the buy yesterday, and when price came back inside this demand, it was this is where I'm supposed to buy normally, and target this high. Eventually nothing. And today, I don't know what happened. Friday I took my last trade on EURUSD. Today, this was a Friday. Today we are 16. This was the last trade that I took this week. I took one trade. I risked 1%. Eventually I end up with a break even. Why? I was in profit of 2%. I could eventually close the trade, but since I have a fixed target 3R minimum, because when I was backtesting is 3R my target. You can see I took the trade at 15 TPM, and I closed the trade at 4:45 PM. The trade was a medium probability. The New York session long. I was long on EURUSD, NT model, LC1. Major time frame do not sweep liquidity. This is one negative confluence. You have a clear major time frame lead inducement. It was a section PY, lower time frame outside PY. Yeah. Everything was clean. The trade made my plan, because this is the thing. Is the trade made my plan? Yes, the trade made my plan. Come to this was the entry here. This was the entry. So you can see here, this was the entry. Took my entry here. This was a high. Here is a higher time frame H4 pure time frame. Let's go to the N15. Here was the N15. N15 was very, we mitigate a demand, a H4 demand from the left. On the left, and we have a change of character. Then the internal shift bullish trading, looking to long is phase A. You have an inducement. I was looking to target the opposing H4 supply above. Also the immediate time frame supply inside the H4 supply. This is what I was targeting. As you can see, I don't know where this big news was coming from, but Donald Trump dropped an announcement at that exactly time, past when mitigate the H4 supply suddenly push massively to the downside. And looking at the N15, N5, here's the N5. This is how I was able to get my entry exactly here. Price went over 2R. Yes, I was 2R, 2.20 like this, but I just prefer to break even because I was sure 100% that the price will eventually mitigate the H4 supplies, also mitigate the N15 supply inside the H4. This was my target, but news came up. This was the fucking news. I don't know where this news was coming from. This was the fucking news from Donald Trump. Yes, you can see the time. And yes, Okay guys, in this video, this is everything for today, and this is everything for this week. Thank you so much. Drop your comment, drop your opinion in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe. Let me know, drop your comment. What do you think about the video? I want to hear something for you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Peace.